Friday, May 20th, 2011. It's about 2:43 in the morning right now, and I've been playing around with some stuff and wanting to put some new things together for everyone so we can actually have some good information. And there's a lot of stuff going on right now, and it's really hard to decipher what's real, what's not real, what's bullshit, what's for real information that we need to know. There's been a lot of hype and stuff going on. And what I want to do is I'm really good at curating information. And so what I'm going to do on a daily basis, actually twice a day, I have put together 5 really good sources from Twitter, and we're making a daily newspaper. Actually, it will be a twice daily newspaper. I want to show that to you here real quick. Actually going to be using this website from Paperly. It's a phenomenal tool. But what we're going to do here is we actually have this set up. And today there were 60 contributors. Yesterday there were 150. But I've added some really good sources on here. But actually what's really great, if you come here, you can click on See All Articles. This is really cool. So you can actually go through here and you'll see who submitted it from Twitter. And then you can go here and you can actually see the exact article. This was an interesting read here about why Strauss-Kahn, the head of the IMF, had to be eliminated. And it was talking about a huge struggle they were having within the IMF banks. And that's the reason he's been set up. So that wouldn't surprise me. That's something. And he actually predicted that he was going to be set up. So that's kind of interesting. But this is a really cool way to scroll through and just go to all the different news articles that all of the top minds have been producing each day. Because I don't know if you know this or not, but your internet experience is being filtered. Every day, every way, your experience is being filtered. And there's a really great book out that I want to recommend that you guys are reading. I read this thing in about a day. Yeah, it's called The Filter Bubble, What the Internet is Hiding from You. And it talks about how personalization is truly affecting the way that we get information. This here is Eli Parizer's TED Talk that he did back in March on his book, The Filter Bubble, and how sites like Facebook and Google are totally personalizing your online experience. And so your search results are coming up different. Your Facebook wall is showing up different with different people in it. And this is only a 9-minute thing, so watch this. The link is in the bottom here. Also, the link is right here as well. I'll make a bit.ly for you, but take a look at it. Watch this video, and if you love it, go grab the book because it's good. But so anyways, that's why I wanted to create a really great way to sort of filter all of the information from some of the top people who I trust and some of the top minds in the space. You can see here there's just tons and tons of different people. You probably heard a lot of them. But those are great people for you to actually follow as well. So this is brand new. We just launched this. Very easy to do. You can create your own Paperly free. It's phenomenal. So I'm going to be creating a lot of those. So basically what I do is I used a list. And, I have 153 people on this particular list. And so it takes the news articles that they link. Some of them are going to be stupid, but they try to figure out which ones mean the most, and then it allows you to go through and filter it. So I wanted to give that to you as well. So there's that. So we're going to have a daily doom thing going on. All right, next up, I want to talk about this because this is pretty interesting. This is from the MIT Technology Review. And they stated that before the earthquake happened in Japan in March, the magnitude of 9, the ionosphere, they tracked it as it actually was warming up. And so they're going from the premise like, oh, I guess when earthquakes happen, the ionosphere warms up. Well, we actually know what's been going on if you've been paying attention to all that stuff, and you know about HAARP, and you can actually see what happens during HAARP. So this is interesting. So I want to show you this here. So these are the days. This is what the ionosphere looks like on these days. And I want to show you actually what the ionosphere looked like when HAARP was going. All right, this is the HAARP induction magnometer that's going on right now. You can actually go to this by typing in induction magnometer and Gacona, Alaska. That's what I always look for. And it always pops up with this page here because it's a really screwy URL. But so I want to show you something. I'm going to type in a date here. And we're going to go 2011. And let's look here at that map again and see what was going on that particular. Hold on here. Oh, looks like I closed that screen. Okay, let me find that real quick. All right, I'm back. I want to show here. Let's look at 3/4/2011 because it shows that nothing should be going on that day. It's over here. So 2011, March. What day was it? 4th. Looks like there's a little bit something going on in here, but I can actually change the 5th up here real easy. We're going to go to the 5th. It's going to get turned on here. Looks like it's going to be off a little bit. Let's see here, 2006 or March 6th. There we go. March 7th. Still not really kicked on full on yet, at least from this station. But this is not the only station. There are multiple stations. On the 8th. You can see they're turning on the frequency here a little bit. The frequency is getting ready to be full on. And we can see on the 9th. This is loading slow right now. So anyways, it was really rocking on the 9th there, as you can tell. Just full on. Beams going on. Wow, that is loading slow. And the 10th. Still going, as you can tell, as it's loading ridiculously slow. Apologize for that. My connection's been going really good, so I don't know. And let's see here what happens on the 11th. I find it interesting when we watch it stop. You can see what time it stops, like right after the earthquake happens. So anyways, I find that a little bit peculiar. And then you go back to this and you can kind of see what days, you know, there's not much going on. Not on the 7th and 8th, most of those days. On the 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, it sort of was going. And then so it looks like it's still a little bit warm on the 12th. I don't know what correlation it has to that, but it's been always interesting to sort of watch that. So the evidence is that HAARP is being turned up again and it's starting to rock and roll a little bit. And so I've been paying attention to that. And another thing, which is really interesting, and this is something that once we knew about this here, the national level exercise that was going to be squared away for May 16th to May 20th, once I realized that, I said, okay, something could happen during this time. So I would not be surprised if something happens here in the next day or so. Today is the 20th. This is the last day of their national level exercise. You know, this day really kind of concerns me. I don't know if it's going to happen today or tomorrow. They've been ramping up. A lot of people have been talking about the rapture going on the 21st, which has been an interesting thing with all the religious people going off on that. But I found this PDF that was referencing the national level exercise. I'll leave you the link to that. You can read sort of what's going to go on here and how they were ramping up and some of the trainings and stuff that they're going to be doing during this time, and all the different training dates and stuff, so you can qualify to do the big national training thing as well. Shows you all their different stuff there. I found that interesting. But another thing, you might have heard of this. This happened, back in January. But FEMA ordered, let's see here. They ordered, I'm going to zoom this up here a little bit so you can see it. They ordered, they think there's going to be a population survival of about 7 million when this earthquake goes off. So they ordered food and 12-ounce entrees, 1,200 calories, protein, blah, blah, blah. So they ask exactly what they want. But they want 14 million meals per day for over 10 days. So they want they ordered 140 million meals. And this is actually from federalbusinessops.gov. So you can actually find this solicitation number right there for the meals. So they ordered food. I've also read they've ordered blankets, 7 million blankets. I think that's how many survivors they think is going to be in that area when it happens. And I don't know if you've noticed this or not, but if you've looked at some stuff and sort of type in earthquake, We haven't had a whole lot of earthquakes recently in that space. There have been, over time, there's been a lot more than others where it's been waking up. It's been kind of quiet a little bit. Seems like it's starting to perk up a little bit right now. I don't know. But it's been very, very interesting. I don't know if you've seen some of the stuff here. This is what happened back in the day when we had the great big earthquake back in the 1800s. This is what happened with those earthquakes, and they were like 6.5s and 7s and even higher earthquakes that happened back in 1812. So this is the area that was affected. Now this is also the same area right now that is flooded. Essentially, this whole area right here is flooded where the Mississippi is. This whole area. And it's interesting when you start looking at future maps of the world, future maps of the United States. There are a lot of different maps. I don't know how this one could be because the Rockies are right there. But some of that area is flat. Missouri and Kansas is pretty flat. Then you got the Rockies right there. Who knows exactly how this is going to go? I would actually suspect it to be more flooded up in this area where the Mississippi is not. This one looks complete bullshit. This one right here is one that is potential, but you can't really see that one too well. This is kind of a small map. Kind of zoom in a little bit. Yeah, that little area right there and north of that. So who knows exactly what our future map is going to entail. There's one that I do enjoy looking at here that did look pretty accurate. Not necessarily enjoy looking at, but let me pull it up here. Here it is. So yeah. Again, Colorado flooded completely. That doesn't make any sense to me. But this right here does seem to jive a little bit of what could happen. But anyways, wanted to share that information with you. If you have some people out there in that southeast Missouri, southwest Indiana, southwest Illinois, Kentucky, Ohio. There's a lot of stuff that's going down in that area right there. Not so much in Ohio, but who knows? Much love to everyone out there. It's crazy times, that is for sure. But you got to live with love in your heart. You got to be kind to one another. Sort of help put this thing together, because it's a crazy time out there, and it can be a little stressful. So make sure you're prepared. Make sure you have stuff squared away. Do research on your own, because as you know, the mainstream media is not really out there for us to help us and guide us into the right direction. It's about molding our perception more than it is educating. But anyways, much love to each and every one of you. Let's hope that most of the stuff that I talked about today is complete bullshit. None of it happens, because I'm really hoping that there's no earthquakes going down. I think because there's a lot of people talking about it and the whole rapture thing that's been going on, I think they might be delaying it a little bit. I hope they are, but we'll see. Also, again, the Daily Doom, you can actually get to that by bit.ly/Daily Doom with 2 O's instead of 9. But anyways, again, much love, everyone. We'll catch you next time. Thanks again. We'll see you on the Daily Doom.
I gotta sing the Doom song now. Doom, 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 doom.
Doom.